your money. What people don't understand, the power of cryptocurrency in a bull market. What is up, guys? Norris Digital Assets coming at you with another video today. This video is going to be on DAG Constellation. We're going to get right into it. Subscribe below or click down here in the corner. I have my logo down here. It's a watermark. Click the watermark. You could subscribe that way, same difference. Or if you click subscribe below, subscribe for possible exit strategies at the end of this bull run. You don't want to get holding your bags for too long if a bear cycle does come back. And for information in general, we're going to be covering a lot of different assets, over 20 different digital assets. Follow me on Twitter also, Norris Digital Assets. Now, getting into DAG. DAG is down 8.7% today alone. But doesn't matter. The only reason it's down 8.7% today is because it's been on fire lately. It just doubled again after tripling recently. So DAG is way up 41 cents. I think it peaked out at 45 cents. I didn't see it any higher than 45 cents. Let's see if they have the all-time high here. Okay, I guess it hit 46 cents and 46.2 cents. So yeah, so DAG's been cooking up lately. DAG has been super hot. So we have some news for you today. Big news. Because DAG has already made, let's go to the chart. DAG has already made a, let's see, what did it do? DAG from down here in the trenches, it has already made a 800 to 900% run, depending on where you measure from. It has already made an 8 or 9 times your money. What people don't understand, the power of cryptocurrency in a bull market. You invest $1,000 anywhere in this range down here, and you are already looking at $8,000 or $9,000, a 8 or 900% return, and the party hasn't even started yet. And that's with a small investment of only $1,000, and that happened in about a month and a half to 2 months. That's how quick it happens. That is how powerful cryptocurrency can be. But in general, DAG has been on a tear and the party's not even getting started. Chart looks great. I pulled out another fib extension here. We have the EMAs. This is just beautiful how they just have these EMAs. The 20 and the 55 have this exact, this even separation just all the way up. Just look how smooth that is. It's just flawless. And you never got too overextended or overheated away from the EMAs either. You're just smooth sailing. Yes, you came and you found support on the 55 here and on the 20 and other spots, but it's just smooth sailing. So obviously, yeah, you gotta have a little red candle crack back a little bit, but this trajectory looks awesome. But to the giant news today, guys, Constellation awarded a monster contract with the U.S. Air Force. And I got a little video I'm going to play for you. The co-founder of the Constellation Network. Constellation Network, that's the company. DAG is the native token. The co-founder, I watched an interview on him today. It's about 45 minutes, I believe. Very impressed with the guy. He is obviously extremely dedicated. He goes on to say in this interview or just in this video that he went through a lot of shit, he says, and that it almost broke him, and that he's been working on this, getting this contract for a number of years. The guy really impressed me. The guy seems extremely intelligent, down to earth, realistic, not too naive. It sounds like he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's getting into. And he sounds like he's pretty hungry to keep pushing this thing forward. And I was just pretty impressed with the guy in general. I'm going to play a clip here real quick from that video. So just watch this video. Just bear with me. It's not too long, but just watch what he has to say here. His name is, where was his name? Benjamin Diggles. Benjamin Diggles up here in the corner. So see what he has to say here.
But really what we want to see is the blast when that those news outlets start to talk about this and get some momentum around that. So tomorrow is when the press release drops. And what is dropping tomorrow? I'm very, very, very proud to say that Constellation is a direct to phase 2 U.S. Air Force contract awardee. And to put this in context, there is the SBIR program where you can go from phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 in kind of a programmatic sense. But then there's this special pocket called direct to phase 2. And those that are in this area know what this means. This means that if you're a company that feels that you can yield enough interest, you can skip kind of that programmatic linear timeline and just submit an award for to be won. Less than 8% of companies that ever submit a direct to phase 2 are selected because it's a very, very tough consideration path. And the reason we had to go through this is because the nature of the award that we were after. And those that have been with us for a while, they know that back in January, I started teasing out, hey, we got these letters of support. There's momentum under the hood in areas, and we're building this like almost war chest of different constituents across a very large federal landscape. So I'm super happy because as an individual who does not consider himself a sales guy, this is the biggest deal I've ever done in my entire career. And to put it in context, it took me 2 years to make this happen. But we're going to unpack why this is absolutely massive, right? Okay, so who are we working with? As those that have been following, US Transcom is arguably one of the largest data creators in the world. Specifically, we're working with two groups, Air Mobility Command and 618 Air Operations Center. So if you want to look up US Transcom, you can learn more about them. There's some details on what they do coming out in the press release tomorrow. But this is who we're doing it for. We are literally at the belly of the beast. And I'm going to give some context to this when it comes to topical things happening currently in the market right now and in the larger space when it comes to cybersecurity. So what was the award for? Specifically, the title for the award was End-to-End Data Security Using Blockchain Encryption and Hosting Decentralization. We don't get any more pure when it comes to the promises of what a distributed ledger technology really boasts in transforming businesses and enterprise for that matter, and now federal. So when you think about when people say, wow, blockchain is really exciting, what are the qualities? Oh, it's immutable, it's unhackable, you can notarize the data, you can find out the lineage, all these things that everybody's been kind of finding entry points for. We're at the ground level of proving the promise of this infrastructure. This is not a point solution. This is not an application layer. This is how do we get to the guts to really transform data workflow within the federal space. This also includes what is called CRAFT partners. That stands for Civil Reserve Air Fleet Partners. And you may know some of these names. You can look them up out there. So this is a very broad, big initiative that involves a lot of constituents, which we're going to dive into some of those throughout this presentation. I do want to say it's a joint proposal that we did with Kinnemy, because you can see their logo down at the bottom. Huge fan of these folks. We've talked about them in the past. And the reason why they're a part of this, an instrumental, mission critical part of this, is as you know, Constellation doesn't store data. We only store a hash of the data, which really allows us to kind of navigate new environments very easily and make people feel good that we're not storing their data. But when we're thinking about an end-to-end data security solution, we have to be cognizant of where it's stored. And so since they handle that piece, we decided to go at this together, and we brought them into this award to really push it over the finish line. So, celebrating the contract. I believe this is the biggest deal in distributed ledger technology history. Of course, that may not have a lot of weight because it's coming from the quote is coming from the guy that landed the deal, but I'm here to challenge that. Who believes that this has more breadth, more depth, and more impact than any other deal out there? I'm very proud of what I've seen out of Walmart and Food Trust, and then making sure that leafy greens aren't going to have E. coli. That's wonderful. But when we're talking about transforming infrastructure at its core, we got it, baby. This also is a commercialized blockchain prototype with a transition path for adoption. This is important to understand that this is not a research and development effort. This is us truly going into production environments to make sure that as we prove this out, that we can transition this to a commercial solution. And that is the purpose of this contract. This isn't, oh, let's see what happens and then we'll review it later and maybe pick it up on the other side. From the beginning, pretty much since I've been working with federal, it's all about how do we deploy from a DevSecOps, from a data management perspective, hosting, all these different elements that come into play to really deploying the solution. Because I've learned in my career that things die at DevOps because integrating into existing systems and understanding new modalities of technologies and languages is really hard. It's enough for a lot of companies to say, we're not going in that technical debt. We're best off staying where we're at.
So Mr. Diggles, that's Mr. Diggles, Benjamin Diggles. He's a pretty impressive guy. Kind of hard even for me to follow up after that. He's a pretty smart dude. Yeah, if you just look to the rest of this real quick, 12 stakeholders sign a letter of support from Secretary of Defense Office and a new standard for how data is securely communicated and stored. So they are using blockchain technology, the same as Ethereum, Cardano, XRP. They are using a different form of a blockchain technology. Either way, it is big news. The Constellation Network on Twitter they only have 33,000 followers, which is pretty shocking, shockingly low. But they have a pinned tweet. What is DAG? Why should you have some? Where can you buy it? And yeah, this is their official Twitter page. And they posted today, 8 hours ago, from a quote from Mr. Diggles, this contract, and I'm going to have to go follow him if I'm not already. Oh, I'm already following him. Okay. This contract opens the door to bigger, more critical uses of blockchain for data protection and a global digital infrastructure, bringing forth the true promises of the core technology. So that's pretty cool. It's official. They've got another little post about the contract with the Air Force. So the whole thing in general is pretty cool. I am pretty happy that I got my DAG down here pretty low. Obviously, I wish I got a lot more. Hindsight is always 20/20, but at least I got some, and I've slowly accumulated my bags, and DAG is looking very good. DAG, I could definitely see DAG will, with a matter of time, by all accounts, in the long run, will head to $2, over $2, to $2.27 to this top fib level, because it's not going to be that hard of a run. Again, if you look at DAG, if you look at the circulating supply, pretty low comparatively to other coins. You only have 1 billion circulating supply. When you have a 1 billion circulating supply, your market cap isn't going up that quick. If you compare to, say, Cardano, around 34 billion circulating supply. I believe XRP, different websites list different stuff, but around 40, I think XRP on CoinMarketCap is 46 billion. So either Cardano or XRP, just comparing other cryptos, you've got, 34 to 45 times as many coins in circulation. I mean, that's a huge, huge difference. And so when your market cap, when you don't have a very big market cap now, and market cap isn't everything, it doesn't mean that much. In a way, market cap is kind of just fairy dust. It's just, the circulating supply times the price. But with the market cap being here, and you have programs or projects like HBAR and some of these other ones that are in the 2 billion or 3 billion range, I mean, for DAG, at this market cap, for DAG to reach this top level at $2.27 per coin, that's only around a $2.5 to $3 billion market cap when it heads there, if you do the math out on that. So really, that's not even 2 billion, 3 billion, that's not that big of a market cap even still. And to go all the way here, you're still talking a 5x or more than a 5x after we just had that 900% run that I just showed you. So we'll see what happens with the price action. Overall, this technology and this whole thing with DAG is pretty cool. I'm going to follow it and see what happens. It's pretty interesting, and it's pretty early. Again, DAG is only listed, it's not really listed on any big exchanges right now, which is even more reason to get it, to get in. Find your price entry points. Down 10% today, there's an entry point right there on a corrective day. I mean, it was just 45, 46 cents. I mean, there's a point right there, and that news was just released. It's only on KuCoin for big exchanges. Once this hits larger exchanges and it starts to make its rounds, it's gonna be heading up real nicely. Something that's sort of funny. So my Twitter page, follow me on Twitter. I'm actually following. So a number of people I follow, I kept seeing this HGTP. I kept seeing it, and I honestly thought for a minute there that it was just like either trolls or like robot accounts or fake accounts, or I really didn't know. I really didn't know, but I was following a number of these accounts. I'm trying to look for some of these accounts. I mean, here's one right here. But I was following a number of people on Twitter, like this guy here, HGTP Big Data. I'm not following him. Well, why not? I'll follow him. But I was following a number of people, and I'm like, what is that? It just kind of looks weird, and why is your Twitter name that? Upon further research, basically, so if you go to Constellation, the Constellation Network's website, which is an awesome website, by the way, the Constellation Network in the DAG, here is the Discover DAG token. It is powered by Hypergraph. The world's most robust, decentralized, value-based network, powered by hypergraph, so pretty cool. Anyways, back to what I was saying, this HGTP. So everybody's heard of HTTP. Hypertext Transfer Protocol is what that stands for. But now there's a new one on the block, and it is HGTP. And that is the Hypergraph Transfer Protocol. HGTP. So let's see here. Let's put in HGTP up here. So basically, upon further review, well, we have people saying HGTP is greater than HTTP. So upon further review with this HGTP, here's Constellation Network themselves posting it. Upon further review, these people didn't turn out to just be trolls or whatever I thought they might have been. It actually turns out these might actually be some of the smartest people in the entire crypto space, and some of them actually geniuses and are actually ahead of the game. So that's pretty cool. So Constellation Network, only 33,000 followers, and the channel that I showed you when I played that video, the Constellation Network on YouTube, shockingly, only 3.28 thousand subscribers, meaning still super early. Shocking that they don't have more people following him yet, but DAG is on the move. Constellation Network is going to be making some moves. I've been talking about, my last video had DAG at 21 cents, and DAG is looking awesome. So that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Pretty cool. It's only going to be a matter of time what DAG is doing. Another thing to note, over the last couple days before this news dropped, while everything else was correcting and sort of sitting sideways and heading down, guess what was heading up? DAG was on fire. So DAG's making some moves. Anyways, that's it for this video today. I'll cover more DAG and some more stuff in the future. Come down here in this corner, click this watermark down here in the corner. It is my logo. Click that watermark, click subscribe for more updates and more news in the future. That is it for today. See you next time.